I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about this, but lately I have realized how important it is to be honest about what happens behind the calm surface we show online. So here's an honest look at a week in my life. I woke up one morning with a wave of anxiety, and over time, I have learned not to fight it, but to gently move through it. When it comes, I don't try to push through or pretend everything is fine. I have come to believe that life follows the rule of thirds. One third of the time, it's great, one third, it's okay, and one third, it can feel hard. I have learned to acknowledge that and sit with it. For me, anxiety doesn't always look like panic. It's more like an invisible weight. Thoughts that spiral, a heart that won't rest, a feeling that I'm falling behind even when I'm doing my best. And when you're in a creative field where everything is measured by numbers, it can feel very, very personal. On days like this, I take it slow. I start with my morning tea. It's just a small comfort. I journal, even when my mind feels chaotic, just to find one or two things to feel grateful for. I do a little breath work, give myself a lymphatic massage. It just helps me to wake my body up. On days like this, I can't make myself go to the gym, so I walk around the house instead. Even when I'm anxious, I remind myself that movement helps. I usually have an uplifting podcast playing in the background, something that makes me feel a little lighter and a little more human again. After taking a shower, I may or may not do a gentle skincare routine, but sometimes it helps because it gives me a sense of peace, almost like a small promise to myself that no matter what's happening, I will still take care of me. To be honest, I'm usually drained of energy, so I just lie in the bed and watch TV. It helps me distract my thoughts, and honestly, I would rather do that than force fake positivity or pretend that I'm fine. Sometimes I cry, and that's okay too. It makes me feel lighter. I don't talk to anyone, I don't go out, I just let the day be. It takes me a few days to find my rhythm again. The first couple of days, I do very little, just enough to get through. Depending on how anxious I'm feeling, I let it stay. Slowly, when I feel my mind is easing, I try to reason things out in my head. It could be by watching some content that speaks to me, getting inspired by some words of wisdom, or just telling myself that it's a temporary feeling and not my whole life, and I can change it with my own thoughts. Then, very slowly, I ease myself back into my rituals. The things that ground me no matter what. I journal a few lines, I write what I'm grateful for, and do a few minutes of breath work, checking in with how I'm really feeling. Once my mind is calm, I go back to my affirmations because now I can actually believe them. I listen to something uplifting, maybe a podcast, maybe just silence. I go back to my skincare, which makes me feel like I am constantly working on myself. My walks, my movement, my stretches, my workouts. And that's how slowly I ease myself back into life. And I know that I'm back. My mind feels clearer, my energy returns, and everything starts to flow again. And these are not just habits that I have developed over time, they are anchors that bring me back to myself. And here's what I've come to learn from each anxiety of mine. Calm isn't something we find, it's something we have to practice through our daily habits. These difficult phases, these struggles, they are teachers. They are telling us the version you are living in is not serving you any longer. You have to move from there. You have to learn something. You have to let that version of yourself die because you have to grow. New life is waiting for you, but you have to be ready to embrace it now. It will not come to you when you're sitting in comfort. Rather, it will come when you are uncomfortable. If you are going through a hard phase, I just want to say it's a phase. It's that hard part of your rule of thirds. Don't rush yourself. Sit in the uncomfortable feeling. Think what it is trying to teach me. What am I not learning? Because till you do not learn, you are stuck. So take these setbacks as positive learnings. At least that is how I look at them now. And I try to learn what universe is trying to teach me. I truly hope that this video is able to change something for someone out there. If you are struggling, know that it happens with everyone. How you come out of it and what you learn from your setbacks is what makes you a true diamond. I wish you a great week ahead. Bye.